In this video, we're going to take a look at drawing a person. In this case, it's a guy. He's going to be standing here. I'm going to kind of show you the step-by-step process that I go through when I draw people. First thing I do is I draw a line from the head to the feet. This ensures that I get the entire drawing on my paper, and it helps me start visualizing the proportions of the figure right off the bat. Second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at where the shoulders are and where the waist is. I'm going to draw a line for the shoulder and a line for the waist. And sometimes, depending on the posture of the figure, that line might be diagonal, it might be slightly curved. Then from there, I'm going to draw a stick figure, and anybody can draw a stick figure. So again, I'm just looking at the basic bone structure of the figure. I'm going to draw geometric shapes for the feet and the hands. Now, to help you when you start drawing a person, just to kind of help you make sure that your proportions are right, human figure is about 6.5 to 7.5 heads tall. So that'll help you out. So let's do this. So we're going to start with a line from the head to the feet. Then again, I'm going to draw a line for the shoulders, a line for the waist. Then from there, I'm going to start figuring out my stick figure. So I'm going to draw very lightly and loosely, and I'm just kind of figuring out the bone structure. And I kind of skip a little bit ahead. Sometimes I can go ahead and start figuring out the shapes without drawing all the stick figure parts, but if I've got a really challenging figure, I'll draw all the stick figure parts. So there you go. There's a little bit of the stick figure there in the arms. And then from then on, I can just start to add some meat to the bones, as I like to say, and eventually our figure will appear. Now when I draw, I like to start pretty light and then slowly build up my lines. This allows me to stay pretty loose in the beginning and get a little bit tighter as the drawing goes on. You'll also notice that I'm using a variety of line quality, so some of my lines are going to be a little bit thicker and some of them are going to be a little bit thinner. That's going to make your drawing more interesting. Now, getting good at figure drawing is not something that's going to happen overnight. It's something that requires practice. And if you practice drawing figures as much as you can, you're going to notice your abilities improving. The more you draw, the better you're going to get, and it's that simple. I'm going to add another video soon on how to draw a figure that's seated and maybe one that's laying down. But start practicing off here with drawing a figure standing, so you'll be prepared to draw a figure in another pose.